Okay, so I titled the video "How to Start a Planning System" or "How to Start a Planner," but then as I was doing the thumbnail yesterday, I'm like, okay, this needs to change because I don't think my system's working as well as it needs to be. So what I want to do is kind of go through my process of, and I haven't done it yet, but as I do it, how do I create a planning system that works for me? And I'm kind of starting out, but okay. So new planning system. So the first thing I did is I wrote down things it needed to be able to do and handle. And so I want this to be both digital and paper. So when I'm on my phone and I'm out in the real world or in class or something and walking from hall to hall and I only have a couple minutes, I don't want to have to pull this notebook out and write things in it. And then that way I can look things up digitally and they're cataloged for a longer amount of time. Things it needs to be able to handle, tasks or things I need to do, events, things I'm going to and doing, habits, so daily repetitive tasks. I wrote responsibilities, but I didn't define it, so I didn't really know what that meant, so I didn't make a sticky note on that. Disciplines, so these are repetitive tasks, such as habits, but less consistent, so maybe every 4 days or something like that. Routines that I want to do every morning, so every morning when I wake up, what do I do? And then have this written both in here and then on the computer. Planning, and I'm going to switch this up into, so it seems like tasks, events, habits, and planning and disciplines are all kind of the same, but it's like, how do I take a task or a thing I want to do and then get it done? And what's the way it needs to do that? And planning is, so I need a system of, okay, I want to do this. When can I do that? So the tasks part is what am I doing? The planning part is when am I doing that? And on a weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis, and daily basis. Then focus, and so I saw this person, he had principles and tactics, or Gary Vee's clouds and dirt. So this is why I do what I do, and this is how I'm going to do why I do things. Kind of the how and why. Then goals, um, one, both daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and yearly goals. And then a review section, a key section. So this is what all the symbols mean in the book. And then a gratitude section I thought would be helpful too. So what I did out of all of these was I made a sticky note for each of those things, and then I drew a vertical line down the sticky note, and this is how I plan to do it. So planning, how do I plan to do it? I'm going to use Google Calendar for my planner, so I should be able to look at my Google Calendar and have the time slots filled out in different colors and see, okay, this is what I'm doing next week, next month, next year, and today. All that in Google Calendar. My gratitude list, I'm going to use Google Sheets to do this because then I can put a date and then write on the side and then click on that. Or if I was going to do it in Google Doc, I'd have it linked to the Google Sheet I'm going to plan to set up as we go through this and have everything linked together. Goals, I developed this new symbol of a diamond. I have a keys thing on here, and we'll get to that and it'll kind of make sense there. But okay, camera cut off. Like the last thing I was talking about was the symbol and the keys and goals. Some categories I came up with was school, and then personal goals. School, so like applying to colleges and staying on task in school. Personal goals like exercise and hygiene, and then hobby goals like music and movies and doing this, and then some like other like a year I want and so that I'd like to build or something like that. Then um, review as well. So review and goals kind of work together. So after you review, setting new goals, did I achieve the goals or whatnot? And kind of daily goals or daily review, a monthly review, a daily review, a weekly review, a monthly review, and a yearly review. I also wanted and so I plan to do that in Google Sheets. Then for a routine, I just like to have written down somewhere of, hey, when I wake up, this is what I'm going to do. And it takes the mind and it takes the thinking out of it. And so I can really start off my day in a good way, but not have to think about, oh, what am I going to have to do today? I wrote just on this sticky note to make it an even number of 12 system for turning ideas into a thing. I think I'm going to use Asana for that. We'll see. Disciplines use the same format as a habit on Sheets, but just highlight the different boxes in a way that, hey, these habits aren't regular. Here's the key. And so I've seen what I like to use is the boxes, or you can use a dot for a task, a dash for a note. Complete is either a shaded in box or an X out dot. A triangle is an appointment. A circle is an event. An arrow or like a sideways caret. Migrated. Left caret is scheduled, so I might be using that. Just a line striking it out. Some text is canceled. Star important. Exclamation point is deadline. Question marks explore. A little lightning bolt is an idea, and then like a little heart is a love-8 or inspiration thing. I took that from someone. Just Google a key and you'll find stuff. Focus, and so 10 max of values or principles that I'm going to use. I only have one filled out right now, and I'll make more of that. And then habits. You have a vertical format and you just put the date and then little X's in each one. I'm going to use Google Sheets for that. I already got it set up. Looks pretty good. Events. I'm going to use Google Calendar. I don't even know whether I might have another planner or how I'm going to quite do that in the physical side yet, or whether I'll just take each day and mark out the hours on the side. But that makes each day like 12 units long already, and I like to kind of keep them thin. So we'll see how I do that. I might, since I do it this way, I might just scoot this over a little bit and be able to write the hours on the side and then write when I'm doing what horizontally or vertically. And then to-dos is the way I've been doing it, but also keeping it in Asana and setting due dates in Asana and keeping up to date in Asana, because Asana actually has a calendar feature on it that's really nice as well. So that's kind of what I plan to do physically. And here's my notebook, so maybe an update later on how it's working out in a week or so. We'll see.